Hello, it is the 14th of April, and I think this is day 5 of me doing daily vlogs. Of course, we did take a little bit of a break there because I was ill, and you can probably still hear I still sound like a dude, so still recovering from the cold. I didn't sleep a lot last night because of said cold, thanks to coughing most of the night. That was glorious. Loved that. Sarcasm. It's great. Anyway, thought I'd say hello. The day of work has already been and gone. I've already done the day job. It has been a day. It's been a day for sure in the world of my day job. So I'm very glad to have clocked out now. I got myself a Chinese takeout for a little treat. Felt like I needed a no cooking evening. No cooking, minimal washing up kind of evening. So Chinese takeaway has been bought and mostly consumed. I have enough for leftovers tomorrow, so that is great. I've put Princess and the Frog on so that I can chill. We're about a quarter of the way through on the film, and I am now going to get myself cozied up in this blanket on the couch. I've got my laptop. We are going to do some editing on the vlog. We're going to reply to people who reached out yesterday, send out a few more conversations. I also want to reach out to a local cafe to see about getting a coffee morning booked. And there are a few more things on my list that I can't quite remember, but let's crack on working on the business now that my day job's out of the way for the day. It is going to be a busy weekend, so tonight and tomorrow night are kind of my evenings to work on my businesses, and I still don't know what to do about this 90-day run. I was talking to Charlie. I think I mentioned Charlie yesterday, but she's the one who introduced me to this business. And I was talking to her this morning being like, I know this is so dumb, like such a non-question. She reassured me that it's not a non-question. She would be asking the same one. But what on earth am I supposed to do with this 90-day run? Having missed basically the first week of this 90-day run. And I'll kind of share what she said because I think it was really helpful, and yeah, I'll share a bit more on that. But first, I really need to get cracking, get some stuff done whilst my brain still has some energy, and I will check in with you later.
It's too bad we cannot help you with your dream. If only you were...
My Disney isn't working. It's literally like stopped whenever they started singing about when I'm human. Like, look at this. What? Oh, I'm so sad. I was bopping along. Thinking about when we're human again. Oh, they were gonna go find Mama Odie. I've like tried twice already. Do I try again? It's just nice to have like a good film in the background. This is such a non-problem. Does anyone else like work with like music, like, or a film or something, or a podcast or an audiobook in the background? I do. I don't know if that's normal, but I've got like my laptop here. I'm coming here. I'm bopping along whilst I'm typing away and doing stuff. Oh, right. I'm gonna try it again. We're gonna try one more time because I need me some Tiana. Okay, I figured it out. It's great. Tried like casting from my like laptop and everything, but all it needed was to be switched off the wall, turned back on again, and tried again. Now we're fine. We're back. It didn't save where I was though, so I'm just gonna watch the first part again. It's fine. Okay, now I'm gonna tuck up in this blanket and get back to doing the work that I wanted to get done. You don't work in tech without figuring out, well, you can't. No, you don't work in tech and not know how to fix this problem by turning it off and on again. I wish it was a joke, but more often than not, just turn it off and on. It's fine. we've made it to the end of the evening. I am about to go to bed. Just gonna get some skincare done, and then it is very much bedtime. I severely underestimated how much I was going, or overestimated how much I could get done in the time after work. Given my still somewhat placated energy reserve. So I did manage to get the vlog edited. I did do some extra work on my book that's coming out on pre-order soon. I don't think I've actually talked about the book at all in these vlogs. I'm writing a book at the minute. I have been since June last year, at least actively. I've had it on my heart for a number of years to do. So got some of that done. Conversations as well. I just feel like I only did a fraction of the list that I had in mind to do this evening, and that's okay. What I do want to talk about is a little bit more about what to do about this 90-day run. So obviously, editing vlogs, I'm saying like what I said before about this 90-day run and how important it is to, give 100% of what you can give. So I think I'm going to honor the 90-day run that I have in terms of tracking progress. I know what I've started with, and I know what I'm going to be ending with. I'm going to continue tracking my numbers, so my activities, so what am I doing in the business, so that come the end of the 90 days, I've tracked, how many days was I actually active in this run, what did that look like, what results do I have, and how does that marry up, and just kind of understand a bit more of my own metrics, my own conversion numbers. It does lose a little bit of that zhuzh of like the energy of the run that I wanted to go in, which Sandro talks a lot about in his book called Moonshot. Sandro Cazzato, great book. He talks about doing a 90-day run with his team, and the results that he gets is just incredible. And I love the energy and the dedication that he pours into those 90 days. So I do, just for my past self of a week ago, I do want to honor this 90-day run, 90-day to 10K run in a slightly different way. I'm going to be using it as a metric. Now, what I am going to do to get that energy of a dedicated, high intensity, high energy pouring into is, which is what I was talking about Charlie earlier on today, whenever I was talking to her about this little dilemma, is what I'm going to be doing is I will be joining her and the wider travel team, so not just Charlie's team, not just the team that I'm in, but the wider travel team, hosted by Rachel Lalji, who's a top income earner in the whole of the UK for the business. She is hosting a 30 by 30 challenge, or run, or experience, or intensive run at business, which I think is what I need. It is essentially, she and other big influences in the business, including Charlie, are hosting every single day for 30 days starting next Monday, 4 calls with training, support, but also body doubling to actually do the work. We're all building our businesses, we're all wanting each other to succeed, we're supporting each other, but I think what most people struggle with, myself included, is doing the work. Not even just finding the time to do the work, but just whenever you've got the time, doing the work. So I'm going to join in with that next week. It starts on Monday. So that gives me this week to kind of continue getting rid of this lurgy, getting my head back in the business, which I've been absolutely loving doing now that I've got some of my brain energy back. So I'm going to do that. I've also got Milan this weekend, so I know that I'm going to be pretty busy with that. So it just makes sense. The timing of it is really great. It's not what I wanted this 90-day run to look like, but I talked to Charlie this morning. We're going to do this 30-day, 30 by 30 run with the wider travel team, have that big energy because everyone's doing it, everyone's pouring into it. It's all of that mad energy being poured into one time period where we're all focused on doing the same thing and building this business. I think that'll be really good. And then once that's finished, I will reassess what I want to do about my own solo run. Whether I want to do a solo run, whether I want to just continue tracking and see where we're at the end. We'll reassess at that point. But I think that's okay. I think that's where we gotta leave it in regards to the 90-day run. I think there is a season where persevering and sticking to the plan is important, but I think there is a lot of wisdom in knowing when to pivot, when to realign the path to something that's going to work better in our favor, and this is going to work better in my favor. I have such a vision for this business, not only for my own life, but for the lives of so many more people. So I need to make sure that I am doing what is right. And sometimes that means doing a little bit of readjustment to the plan. So that's the plan. But with that, I'm going to close out the 5th day of vlogging. Now that we're getting back into it, I am slowly getting better. I was out coughing last night, so I'm really, really hoping that doesn't happen tonight. I really do just want to sleep and conk out and get some proper good rest. But I will speak to you tomorrow, hopefully with more of a voice. Fingers crossed. I want my voice back so badly. Oh my gosh. So yes, tomorrow, hopefully, we'll have our voice back. I'll catch you tomorrow.